You know, Monty McNaughton, another champion. By the way, we have all-stars on our team. I give them all the credit for what we're doing. You know, Monty McNaughton once told me, an outstanding Minister of Infrastructure, by the way, and an amazing local MPP, once told me, you haven't experienced all of Ontario until you've experienced this local hospitality. And I can tell you, Monty, the hospitality has been absolutely incredible here. So thank you. If you want to see the lifeblood of Ontario's economy, all you have to do is drive through southwestern Ontario. You can see it for yourself. The farmers, the factory towns, the small business owners, local workers, working hard to pay their bills, to create jobs, and to make ends meet. These are the industries, these are the businesses, the farmers and the workers who put Ontario on the map, who fueled Ontario's economic boom times and who are prepared to lead and create jobs once again. I've spoken to hundreds and hundreds of farmers and farm workers as I've traveled across Ontario. And they tell me they are proud of what they do, and as they should be. My friends, I'll tell you, I love farmers. Some of the hardest working people we have in the province. Proud to, I do, I absolutely love them. Actually, when we're going in the parade there, I was telling our team, you know, don't get me wrong, I love Toronto, but sometimes I call it the bubble. You have to get out of the bubble because there's a world outside of Toronto. I said, what a boost it is for our team to come to great place like Chatham-Kent. It's absolutely amazing. They're proud to help create jobs, to contribute to trade, and to help our economy grow. But they are sick and tired of the red tape, the regulations that make it impossible to grow and expand their business. My friends, you talk about red tape. The last Liberal regime left us with these are staggering numbers, by the way, 385,000 regulations. That's a shame, absolutely. But don't worry, we're working on that. We put a task force together, but we don't talk about it. We get the job done, and we're going to cut those regulations. And I am so proud to have a former farmer like Ernie Hardeman as my Minister of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Affairs. What a great guy Ernie is. Because, my friends, when it comes to farmers, nobody at Queen's Park gets it the way Ernie does. My friends, that is why we're going to cut the red tape and regulations that are holding you back. And that is why we're committed to increasing the risk management program cap for our supply management sectors. And that is why I'll be going down to Washington, D.C., to meet with our federal officials and make the case that any NAFTA deal must protect Ontario jobs in both auto and agriculture sectors. And I won't mix words when I go down there, because farm jobs are not a bargaining chip, not now, not ever at all. One way we can help is by giving rural Ontario more access to cheap and reliable natural gas. When I crisscrossed this province, that's all I heard from the farmers. We need the natural gas. And my friends, when you have a minister of infrastructure like Monty McNaughton, when you have a minister of energy like Greg Rickford, and you have a minister of agriculture like Ernie Harneman, you can be sure that rural and northern Ontario are going to be looked after under this administration. It all starts with trusting the private sector, who are real experts when it comes to the expansion of natural gas. Under the Liberals, drastically limited private sector involvement in natural gas expansion. Instead, they demanded a $100 million program, stuck costs on the backs of the taxpayers, and all run out of a centralized bureaucracy in Toronto to decide who gets natural gas. All while the private sector was stuck on the sidelines waiting to come on in and help everyone, ready and willing to do its part and make the investments and to take the burden off the taxpayers. We know there's a better way. In the last election, we promised to enable privately funded natural gas expansion, to expand natural gas access to more communities in rural and northern Ontario. We introduce legislation tomorrow, but today I'm proud to say, promises made, promises kept. We're making it possible and more affordable to switch to natural gas, to pay less to heat homes and run businesses. This new program, led by the private sector, would provide natural gas to as many as 78 communities, 33,000 new households across all of rural and northern Ontario, and better still, when combined with our canceling of the worst tax ever, the cap and trade carbon tax, our plan will ensure natural gas bills will still be going down, not up like previous years, but going down $80 a year in savings for families, $285 a year for small businesses. Giving more communities access to lower cost energy will mean more money in the pockets of farmers, families, and small businesses, and more jobs throughout rural Ontario. It's all part of our plan to provide real relief, my friends, because you need relief after being taxed to death over the last 15 years. More relief to farmers, to families, and businesses. And to tell the world that Ontario is open for business. My friends, as I've always said, in every town I visited, a new day has dawned in Ontario, a day of opportunity and prosperity and growth, the likes of which this province has never seen. Prosperity for every rural family, prosperity for every farmer in this great province. I thank you, God bless you, and help is on the way. Thank you.